Ba-da. Okay, can YouTube hear me? Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Warm Up with Morby. So, here we generally do warm ups before we start drawing for the day. I'm a digital artist, so this is part of my ritual before starting work every day. I just warm up and yeah, so I just decided to do the broadcast to invite fellow artists and creative people to join in on the warming up process. Good morning, everyone. I see you on Instagram. I see you on I see Karim Half God, Danny Lumen, Benzo E. Good morning. Sound like someone we know already on the stream. Light It here, sir. Good morning. I hope I got the pronunciation right. Most likely I did. Oh yeah, good morning. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, I've got you guys on another screen, so I'm watching that. Good morning over there. Yeah. Benzo E. Do you know? Or okay, the one I know is Benzo EA. Does that ring a bell to you? Benzo E. Infiltrated. Good morning. Vic Artistic. Good morning. Harmony-ish. Good morning. Okay, Benzo E. I'm so sorry. I mistook you for someone else. But welcome to the stream, nonetheless. So let's start. So yesterday morning, I started doing some warm-up sketches of the lips. Okay, did some sketches of lip studies and all that. And of course, we had some discussions and some questions that were answered. But I was telling us that the the focus of this week's streams will be to work on a commission with you guys. So we're going to turn this character, okay, into a superhero character, right? That's the basis of the commission, right? Um, so yeah, I will just start with sketching some poses, and let's see where this takes us. Got some inspiration of poses, so let's see. Babatunde Adeyeye, good morning. Welcome to the broadcast or the stream. So yeah, I'll just start sketching some poses, and if it looks good small, it's going to look good big. So that's the reason for doing this. Olukoka, good morning. Obialo Chuku, good morning. Arts of Isaac, good morning. So this is a part of the process where most times only the artist knows what he's doing. But I promise you it makes sense at the end of the day. I feel like it's important to be as rough as possible, as loose as possible at the beginning, um, because naturally, and I think if you're an artist here, you'll probably testify to this that the more you refine a piece, the less energy it has. You tend to lose all the energy it had in the sketch phase. So it almost feels like there's a direct relationship between refining your piece and the stiffness of it. So usually what I like to do is at the sketch phase, I go as, you know, crazy as possible so that no matter how much I refine it, when it's watered down, as it were, as I refine it some more, it's it still maintains a lot of dynamism. This way, get rid of my taskbar. So it doesn't take too much space. Yeah, there you go. Just looking that way. Like I said, I had full permission from them, from the clients, to show the process of doing this. So we're safe. So I'm going to use this pose to inspire the next one. So let's see what comes up. This work is done by ArtGem, very awesome, awesome artist. So Emacs Creative, good morning. So I'll make her face look straight at the camera, right? Let me see if I have enough references of her to invent that invent that view. Let's try something. This is a case of the portrait is inspiring the pose. not the other way around. For a piece like this, I think I'll work with one that directly ties in with my portrait, since it's not an invented person, it's an actual person in the real world that this has to look like, right? Only with different costumes. So just so I don't avoid, just so I can avoid unnecessary headaches when it comes to getting the likeness, best I work with something that looks very close to the reference I have here. So I will just work with this as my major reference and have a slight curve of to make it more dynamic. Work with a curve. All right. So if we're going this way, I think I want something to counter this curve then. So an element I could use um, to counter this curve will be the this fabric of the character's costume, just so I can counteract this curve. So let me put that as a side note. And also the fire from the character will counteract the curve of the body. So it's almost like an X. Uh, yeah. That's why thumbnailing is important, because you can design every part of the picture, um, you know, the movement of stuff, you know, everything is within your control. If you're the type that is like a control, that likes to have enough control of your work. I know some artists prefer the spontaneity, where they figure things out as they go. I think in almost create every creative field, there's a measure of that. I know in writing, I think it's called pantsing or something like that. I remember hearing something about that in the writing field, and where they don't plan the plots of the story. It's more or less like every new page has something new for the creative. But for myself, I prefer to have a strong control of every part of the process, just so I know where it's going. I know when it's over, right? So I prefer to design every part of the process. Okay, let's look at our main reference again. Nope, not the main reference, but this will help. This will definitely help. I noticed the passing on our hair. Blackman Studio, good morning. How was your night rest? Oh, by the way, for the people on Instagram, you can see my full screen on my YouTube channel. It's just out of Morby, similar to how I spelt it on my Instagram handle, out of Morby, and you see the results. So I'm live there, and of course, the playbacks of all this will be there, so you can always watch it. Check out the comments. Okay, no comments on YouTube so far. Okay, so we have a solid. Oops. I mean, we can capture her smile easily. Um, Taking note of the shape of her jaw. Let me show the YouTube folks. So I'll have to take note of that as I refine the drawing. I notice that the neck isn't this long, so I'll have to turn it down. Yeah, this would be quite the challenge. On a normal day, this would be challenging, right? But added to the fact that I'm streaming it, that's double the challenge. But it's cool. It's cool. So well and good. Now, another part of this that I wanted to deliberate about is the framing, So I've been thinking of how I want to frame it, and that's one of the things I really like about RGM's pieces. It's well framed, so it really zooms in on the character, right? And you get to see the expression, and the lighting is beautiful. So I'm really going to do that. Although for this piece, another important element of this piece is the fire, right? On our hand. So I will two things I can do. Good morning, R James. No, no, no. Sorry, Arts Gem. Arts Gem. Uh, Let me write that out because he's the major person I'm referencing. So give due respect to whom is due. Arts Gem, right? Yeah. So you should check out his. I mean, his name is literally everywhere. You can't miss him. I'm sure you've even seen his artwork somewhere and not known that it was him. So he's that popular. Um, yeah, so I was talking about the framing. So I like how he cuts off the a part of the head, right? Just so you can zoom in on the face some more. So I'll do that. Uh, Control. Let's get it. I will do that with my own. And what else? Yeah, so I was talking about what I could do to feature the face and the hand. So what I'm thinking is raise the hand a little bit. I'm messing up the perspective. Okay. If this were a comic book cover, I feel like this would work as a comic book cover, or maybe this, but because it's more or less like a gift, um, to a person. I know for sure that um, the gifter would want the person that they are gifting it to. They want them to be prominent, right? So it's not really about the action pose or anything. It's more about the person that is gifting to. So I feel like that's why this pose will work. This shot will work. So what I would do is, regardless of the fact that I'm using a pose that is pretty simple, I'll make sure the lighting is very interesting. Like we have here, the backlight, where you have the chance to make all sorts of interesting shapes, right? Yeah, so enough rambling. This is a cosplay of the character I'm going to work on. This is not the person we're drawing, actually. But enough rambling, let's make some more progress. Okay, let me isolate this. One page man, good morning. Okay, isolated sketch. Blackman Studio says I'm not getting any audio. Um, is that so for everybody else, or is just Blackman Studio? Maybe you want to step out of the stream and join again. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Sunday. Sunday, how are you? It's been a long, long while. Life is the big O. Good morning. Welcome. Awesome. Good to hear. Alrighty, so let's let's do some more work. Trust me, I think I'll still have to sketch this two more times before I get to the final lines because I have to arrange all the elements. So this is where the real work is actually. It's like building and stacking, and this is where it tests your understanding of forms for generally anyone really. So okay. Okay, you're working. Yeah. Thank you very much for joining all this thing. Okay, working with simplified forms. This is one of the things I try to tell, um, I tell students is that try to be aware of your proclivities, your tendencies, when it comes to making drawing mistakes, especially with the figures. So, especially with proportions. So, everybody usually has one or two mistakes they tend to make with proportions. Either they make something too long, too short, um, too high, and all that. So, one of the mistakes I tend to make is to make my head bigger than the whole body, right? So I'm already noticing that I might make that mistake. And the reason why I might make that mistake is because, of course, this drawing is way too big. Okay, I'm not drawing it and seeing the whole figure, so I have to stay zoomed out for quite a while and watch out for that mistake, even when double check, triple check, even when everything looks good. So and that's why. Digital is such a blessing because you can always use the transform tool to correct that mistake. The divine universe. Good morning. Be careful about uh, the size of the deltoid. She's a woman, so you have to be less generous with the amount of deltoid you give, especially if she's not really a muscular person. So already, this head is already looking too big. You can even reference it with this. I see that the head is already looking too big. So I'll fix all that. Slightly raised up. Oh, fixed. Funny thing is, I'm just using a soft airbrush for this. I have fancy pencil brushes actually. It's just this is not the time to be fancy. The fate of the world depends on this drawing. Dramatic. Yeah. Okay. Treat this as a form and you situate it in perspective. Thing with the body is that so many parts interlock with one another. Uh, that's kind of like the beauty of the human figure. So many interlocking parts. So in a sense, when you are getting better at you're working at getting better at your anatomy, you have to be aware of the fact that there's a lot of overlapping lines, and how you place each overlap, sorry, um, it says a lot about the position of those parts of the body. So you can't do it without being deliberate. You have to be deliberate about that. So this part is facing away. Be conscious of that. I have a reference that looks like what I'm trying to do. Instead of facing away too much, why not do this? Sahan Bello, good morning. Welcome to the stream. To the stream. If I just want to look for trouble, I'll just add another hand here. I think I've seen this post somewhere. For me to be trying it, I've seen this somewhere. I remember where I saw it and use that as a reference. Imagine, imagine how it just adds some more personality by adding that, you know, that just that part. Look, I mean, very boring, interesting, boring, interesting. So this is kind of what I was saying yesterday about, not worrying so much about being technically good. Okay, being technically good is important, but not worrying so much about your drawings being technically perfect, but also seeking to make sure it's interesting, right? So just that piece, I didn't have it in any reference anywhere. This adding the hand and all that, but somewhere in my mind, I thought, oh, it would be nice to have some more personality, something that makes her not just like a plastic, um, you know, without personality as it were, right? So just the fact that you put her hand in that way, and maybe later on we'll refine it to make it do something playful. I'll go and get references. Uh, it says a lot. It has something to say about the piece. Yeah. So let me start attempting the face. One sec. Let me go on that reference. Okay. She looks. Typical Shay. Good morning. So guys, don't just because I'm like working doesn't mean you can't ask questions. So if you have any questions that maybe came to your mind, maybe you have one currently and all that, you can always ask. I can always pause the stream to talk about that or draw while answering the questions. So because if we're not careful, I might zone out because this one will stop my concentration. So if you have a question, ask one. Okay. I'm trying to load up another reference on another screen, so that's why you're not seeing activity. Slightly above eye level. Can we see the two ears? Okay, okay, okay. Any news concerning your mentorship class? Let's look forward to it next year, actually. Next year is when I will officially announce it. I'm still refining it, especially with the current set of guys. So, guys I've got. So yeah. But the thing is, I wouldn't advise waiting for the perfect mentorship class to start, taking your art learning very serious. Of course, there are a million, not a million, sharp, but there are a lot of mentorship programs out there. But I'm even talking about the affordable things you can do to start doing your training, right? Um, because I noticed that even when you have a teacher, you only get as much as you're willing to get, right? Because, for example, I remember when I took a mentorship class with an artist I really admire last year, and I thought that it would magically uh, improve my skills, right? And even when I was given assignments and all that, I saw that I still had to be disciplined enough to even do the assignments and turn them in on time so that I can get feedback. So it wasn't as if my teacher could magically, uh, it wasn't as if my teacher could magically do something to make me better. I still had to turn in assignments, and if I didn't turn in assignments, there was nothing to critique, there was nothing to improve. So you can't rely on only mentorship and all that. But yeah, I will make it public news when it's time. Yeah. Okay, so I'm correcting the view of the head. I have some comments on YouTube. Sticky Art Raid, what's good? Welcome, Sticky Art. Good morning. Lover of movies, welcome. Alfin, welcome. No, this is live. This is not pre-recorded. I can see you real time. I'm talking to you real time. So welcome. Introduce yourself to us on the stream. What do you do? Do you do art, or you just happen to jump on this channel? Good luck, Jen. Good morning. I see the pieces you've been sending to my DM. They are really nice. Got some amazing talents in here. Okay, so it's slightly ahead, looking upwards, so I have to be cautious of that. Now planting the nose. Alfin asks, "Is this really live?" Alfin, it's live. I'm talking to you. Sticky arts. Hi, cool. Lover of movies. What type of art do you like? Um, well, I like the art that I'm currently doing, the kind of art of like concept art and comic book art. You know, I like that kind of art. So nice figure drawing, thank you. Sticky Art is a fantastic artist. Okay, I will check you out after the stream. Are you in art school? Well, partially. Sticky Art, I was streaming and ended, so I found you by search and raided. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks so much. I will check your channel when I'm done with this. Alfin, okay, I believe you. Thank you for believing me. So this is live. This is not pre-recorded. All right. We have some new people on the Instagram stream. Good morning, Godwin. Good morning. I love this. You're doing it strong. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Big fan of your work. For some reason, I stopped seeing your IG stopped showing me your posts for a while, and I was wondering, because I know I used to look at your paintings and love the black and white effect. But yeah, but thanks a lot. Thanks so much, Mr. Godwin. Thanks a lot. Okay, so let's I really want to be careful about the face, right? Because this is based on a real person, so I have to try my very best to. If it was imaginative, I would just have, you know, done anything. The proportions and all that, I would have just guessed that's it. But for this, it will take a while doing this anyway, so no rush. Yeah, it says lots of people post pre-recorded stuff, so sometimes it's hard to. Yeah, I can understand. I'm even thinking of doing pre-recorded for special processes, but the I like the aspect of actually talking to people, so and answering questions live. So that's quite interesting. Do you stream often? Yes. For now, Mondays to Wednesdays, 8 a.m. GMT plus one. I'm not sure which part of the country, or sorry, which part of the world you are in. Stick it out. So, well, I stream by 8 a.m. GMT plus one, Mondays to Wednesdays. You're welcome, brethren. IG has its ways of being a little biased. Yeah, yeah. So sometimes I have to actively check some people, you know. So, but yeah, I'm back in touch with your work, so and with your page, so that's that's cool. Okay, so I think one of the reasons why the face is feeling small. I'm not sure if you can catch it, but my eyes is thinking that way is I think it's because I'm not added the hair. So if I once I add the chunk of the hair, I feel like it will even out the proportions a bit more. Lover of movies. I'm in the USA. What about you? My name is Christiana. Christina, what about you? I am in Nigeria, West Africa. My name is Toyin Ajit Morby, but people, I usually go by Morby as an art brand name, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that's why the title of the channel is Art of Morby. So, but yeah, good to meet you. What's your channel about? It says lovers of movies there. Abi, lover of movies. Yeah. Okay. So for sure, we're not going to make the hair look like what it looks like in the reference. We're going to stylize it a bit. Uh, I should have used another color to do the hair. It's all good. This is not the final sketch anyway, so I think I still have like one or two more layers of sketching to do before I'm convinced that I want to paint it. Okay, let's correct the jaw. There's something peculiar about her face. Um, I noticed this. The cheek area is quite. Hold on. It's like a rounded, square-ish kind of thing. I don't know how to put it in words right, but I know there's something peculiar about her cheeks. So that's one of the things I'll pay attention to, and the forehead too, just so I can nail the likeness. Oh, by the way, for all the newcomers, this is a commission where the client wants to gift his wife a portrait, right, of her as a superhero. So that's why we have these references of her. And this is the superhero we're turning her to. Yeah. I don't have any content on my channel. I'm not sure what I want to do. I got rid of my old channel. All right. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, thanks again for coming over. Sticky Art says, okay, lover of movies is going to sleep. All right, thank you. Sticky Art says defined but lower cheeks. Exactly, yeah. It's defined, but joy is a bit defined, but there's still a lot of cheek too. Let's look at the reference again. Yeah. I think I see what you mean by defined. Even the chin, it's a bit defined if we look at it closely. And definitely not adding neck muscles. No, thank you. So yeah, I think we're heading somewhere. Heading somewhere with this. Something is going on here. Let me get rid of this. Please, Abuela, good morning. Blackman Studio, I'm enjoying the playlist. Yes, the artist is Sleepy Fish. Check him out on YouTube. Or sorry, check them out because I don't know. It's just that's just the name Sleepy Fish. Check them out on YouTube and wherever their music is. Okay, so this is making me feel a bit more confident now. Now I want to fix the framing. I want the framing to resemble an art gem piece, where you can really see zoom in. And I really want to cut off some part of the hair so that it feels good. Liz, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Okay. So, oops. Okay. Now I'm losing the hand. Wait, oh, my aspect ratio is being messed up. Interesting. So here's the thing: there are two important things in this piece: the face and the hand that has the fire effect. Um, you know, I'm thinking of which one will give. Definitely, the face can't give way for the hand. So what we could do is, yeah, I was thinking of cutting this off a bit. So even if it doesn't show, the fire from it will touch the face. Welcome to the stream, Jimmy King. Good morning. How about some headroom? Raise the hand. Raise the angle of the hand. Point ball. Okay. So this is the blessing of digital arts. Let's make a copy. Let's try that. Okay. So what will happen is we will go with this, but we will make sure she's full in the frame. And I will give up the idea of doing a zoom up, zoom in, right? Just so the proper things can be prominent in the piece. like the hands, doing the fire effect and the face. This is fine. Let me sketch an idea for the background. Cynthia Daria, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Warm up with Morby. What to do with all this space? Yeah, but it will. I get what Jimmy King says. Maybe the hand should come at the viewer in a foreshortened pose. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it kind of spoils the playfulness I want for the piece. Um, we'll attempt that now. Just give me a second. There's the EA. Good morning. Yeah. So Jimmy King, you suggested I make her hand come at the viewer. Now, I feel like it will spoil the playfulness of. Okay, it's looking good. Sad I missed the last live video. I missed the last live. You know, well, I think uh, I posted it on my. I left it up on my Instagram, and almost all of them are on my YouTube. So the only thing you missed is just the fact that you weren't really live. But thankfully, you're live now, so that's not so bad. Okay, no newcomers from YouTube. Yeah, so James Jimmy King suggested we make our hand forward. I kind of feel like it just defeats the pose that it doesn't feel right. Like, why would someone be pointing at me and smiling that way with her head tilted back, right? Maybe I'm just not able to execute it enough to that point, but it feels odd in my eyes. So it feels odd. So I prefer to go for this, right? Let's look at difference. Forward, drawn back. Forward. Okay, so I would prefer to go for this one. But thanks a lot, Jimmy King. You are the maestro in our midst. I don't think, for everyone who doesn't know, Jimmy King is also an artist. You can check out his page. Okay. Oh, then there's another thing. So the fire has to, really glow. So that means I will probably go for a dusk, you know. Um, the scene will be like evening time. Okay, but not too dark, definitely. Okay. Before we close up for today, let me sketch the costume. Maybe we'll focus on the face properly tomorrow. Is this how we are you allowed to say yes? Don't worry, I'm not in trouble. This is all Eton's idea. Eton Comics' idea. So one of their customers reached out to them. I wanted to gift his wife uh, a portrait of her as Howie because his wife loves Howie. So hence that's the backstory of this. Oops, I said I don't want to touch your face. So yes, so we're this is completely legitimate. Uh, Eton knows about this. Even Howie herself knows about this. Whoever gets to play Howie in the in the Howie movie. Yeah, so we're safe basically. At this point, just thinking, how do I maintain the fluidity of the piece. You know. Also, at this point, I'm thinking of how forms rest in space. Right? Martin's direct illustration. Good morning. Neo Afro. Good morning. Welcome to the stream of a lifetime. We are currently keeping the fate of the world in balance as we try to get this train right. Make no mistake, if we lose the integrity of the drawing, the apocalypse will start. I'm just being dramatic. Good morning. Ilori Toby, good morning. Martin's Rec, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the compliments. I should have done this with another color. Let me get another color, just so I don't confuse myself. Right. So we've done that. For those that are just joining the stream, well, you'll see it in the playback. So basically, this is just supposed to be like the counteractive elements, right? If she's going to the, you know, upper left, the other part of her elements of her body will go to the upper right. Humanity's last hope, yes. We are doing humanity's last hope for arts to flourish in the world. This sketch is humanity's last hope. All things I like to do. Um, Take note if you are learning, if you are struggling with perspective, take note of this. The body is made up of cylinders, right? So one of the things you've seen me do subconsciously is to make a cross section of the cylinders so that I can tell where they are in space, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking of, oh, this is slightly, I'm looking at it slightly from underneath XYZ direction, right? If this is the x-axis, y-axis, I'm not sure. But basically, I'm looking at it like that in a crosswire frame, right? So same thing for here. And sometimes you need to define the sides of your cylinder. And that's why cylinders can just be annoying. So you need to try and define the sides of it. I don't think this will be the side of mine. This will be the side of mine. So if this is the side, right? Side. This will definitely be the front, right? And that will be the back behind them. Right. So same thing for here. This curve is very deceiving. We are not sure what exactly is going on. How is it resting in space? So hence, I will probably do a side, and that's why if you look at when people trousers, there's a seam on the side of trousers or shorts when people wear them. You can look at that as an indicator of the side of your cylinder, right? So yep, that's that about that. That's just a side note. Yeah, so it's already 1 hour. I need to start wrapping up. Like I said earlier, this week is pretty tight for myself, so I need to. AZN Art. Good morning. The neck is too thick. We'll fix that very well. Let me just not straight too far. That head keeps looking bigger and bigger the more we do this. If this is supposed to feel short, so if this is supposed to feel foreshortened, I should get figure a longer forearm. I really think that. Oh yeah, you caught that right. Yeah, I did the wrong layer thing, so I fixed it. At this point, this is just an estimation of the hand, based on the experience I have, but I will still get references to make sure the hand feels natural because there's always something you're missing without references. So I will still refine that more with the references. Alright, so the hands still not feeling right. Ah, okay. I see where the mistake was. So this is going back. Goes back. This comes back. The science was sculpting the form. I am Prince Kingsley. Good morning. The thing is, it might seem like I'm taking a lot of time in this stage, right? Which is the case, in my opinion, actually. Or myself, 2 years ago, the old me would think, oh, you're wasting time on this stage. Let's just get on with the painting and all that. But the more bad paintings I've done, the more I know that you have to have a good, a really good drawing so that everything checks out. And when you go to the painting stages, the final stages, even when it's finished, nothing about it. Of course, it doesn't mean you're perfect, but nothing about it is bothers you. There's a way if you know something could be avoided, it bothers you, right? So I don't want to look at the final piece and feel like, oh, I could have done this better. And so that's why I'm taking the time to make sure everything, approximately everything checks out. So pardon, pardon the time taking. But this is generally how works are really. Um, commission works primarily. You take time to check out everything, make sure your work is accurate, perspective. But yeah, so far I like how it's going. I like how it's coming along. Yeah, Felix Sam, good morning. Alexander Shenjobi, good morning. All right, so guys, I want to start bringing this to a close for real this time. Um, yeah, for real this time. So tomorrow we'll take this on. We'll take this further. One of the things I know I would do before the next stream is to get some more references, just so tomorrow's stream is less of a battle, and more of straightforward, where we want to take everything to. So, but yeah, but we will continue tomorrow. Thank you everybody for showing up. Thank you for showing up as usual. Shout out to the consistent guys. And for those of you that watch this later on, I hope it's of value to you. So yeah, so we'll continue tomorrow, 8 a.m. GMT plus one. Everybody have a nice day. All right, Daniel, man. Bye bye. Sticky ads. Bye. Yeah, I will check your streams. I will check your channel right about now. But yeah, bye everyone.